Man, it's so cold out here in the Crucible lately with all these dust fields going around. Oh, hey guys, how you doing?
Hi. We heard you say it was cold.
Yeah, all these renewal grass has been real tough lately, but what are you guys doing with those Lord of Wolves?
I can heat it up for you.
Oh, don't, no, no, I'm good. Yep, we're here, boys. We've come full circle in the Destiny 2 Death of the Crucible life cycle, just like clockwork, as the sun sets and invariably rises every day. We have come back to the point where Lord of Wolves is the best shotgun in the game. I don't know how we keep on doing this, but here we are. It's been 2 years since the last time Lord of Wolves came to ruin the game, and it's sat idle, dormant in his demonic lair since then. But as every other shotgun has gotten worse, Lord of Wolves has been left pretty much alone, leaving shotgun mains with fewer and fewer options to deal with the rampant rise of fusion rifles, the increase in overall tankiness with the introduction of Void 3.0 and the renewal gauntlets for Hunter, and the final nail in the coffin being the long overdue nerfs to Chaperone. There's pretty much no option left. It's time to bust out the Lord of Wolves. And today we're going to be going over why Lord of Wolves is so strong, how to use it, and how it will inevitably be nerfed because this is gonna get old fast. So, I'm sure you're wondering how the hell we ended up here, and yeah, I ask myself that question every day. But don't worry, your old pal Lion is here. I have a diagram. I'm going to direct your attention over to this very scientific diagram that I spent hours in MS Paint making to demonstrate why Lord of Wolves has suddenly fallen back into the meta. Alright, so moving left to right here on our old scientific diagram, you see we spent the last 2 years nerfing pellet shotguns in every single possible way in consistency and range, and now they are the least consistent and the least rangy they have ever been. What does that mean? Well, people start moving to alternate options. The first place people went was the slugs. They moved to legendary slugs and mostly Chaperone. Chaperone instantly shot up and became much more popular in the meta, leading to Chaperone getting nerfed. And once Chaperone and other slugs are getting nerfed, now we have a serious power vacuum on our hands, and this is where the split in the diagram begins. Once Chaperone falls back a little bit, suddenly fusions take over the meta. I'm sure we're all well aware of that, but not every shotgun main is also a fusion main, so what do the former shotgun players do to keep up with the meta? Well, they have to move to a shotgun that isn't a slug, but still keeps up with fusions in terms of ease of use. That's Lord of Wolves. Lord of Wolves has the range of legendary slugs, the ease of use of fusion rifles, and has a high enough damage output to still compete. So the former shotgun players gravitate towards Lord of Wolves. Then you throw in the wild card, the draw 4 wild. You really fuck up this Uno pile. You add in the renewal gauntlets on Hunter, which suddenly make all shotguns useless because you can't one-shot those Hunters inside those dustfield grenades. Once again, Lord of Wolves. If you stand outside the dustfield bubble, Lord of Wolves still secures the kill because it does so much goddamn damage. Ergo, vis-a-vis hitherto Lord of Wolves meta. But oh no sir, do not misunderstand. It is not just mere circumstance as to why Lord of Wolves is suddenly back and in the middle of the meta again. Lord of Wolves on its own is still terrifying, and even if other stuff hadn't been nerfed enough for us to realize how good it was, it probably would have crept back into the meta eventually anyway. What you have is a very fast firing pellet shotgun with insane repeat shot potential that can one-shot comfortably at 11 meters and 2-tap out to 14 or so, I believe. I need to double-check those numbers. And what might be the most broken aspect of Lord of Wolves is that for whatever reason, it breaks the conventions of the special ammo economy. You see, if you look at every other special ammo weapon in the game, they all follow the same rule inside of the Crucible. You get enough ammo for 2 kills whenever you spawn. That's it. This goes for even the non-one-hit special weapons like Ariana's Vow, Forerunner, and all of the glaives. And yes, I know technically the trace rifles don't abide by this rule either, but trace rifles are like the least special weapony special weapons. You pretty much play them like primaries, so they don't follow the same ammo convention to begin with. My point being, Lord of Wolves breaks the typical convention because when you spawn in with Lord of Wolves, you have enough ammo for 3 shots. And you can one-hit with all 3 of those shots. Meaning Lord of Wolves gets an extra shot over every other relevant special ammo choice. And that's why one of the most toxic aspects of playing against Lord of Wolves players is they get a free shot in hand to try and secure the kill against you. That's why you see a lot of 2 bursting in Lord of Wolves fights, because they know that they're still ahead in the ammo economy, that they can use 2 shots in this kill and still come out even in terms of the ammo they're going to get back. Other special weapons, double tapping can be kind of a waste, especially if you don't have room for scavengers. Lord of Wolves gets to just jump right over that special ammo limitation. It really doesn't make any sense why it gets this extra ammo. The only thing that makes sense to my mind is that it's a consideration for the secondary firing mode of the weapon. But, hey, guess what? I do not care about Release the Wolves. It's bad now. So why does Lord of Wolves get free extra ammo when it's already arguably one of the strongest special weapons in the game? It just doesn't make sense. Which leads me nicely into the why are they going to nerf Lord of Wolves section of this video. It's pretty clear Lord of Wolves is going to climb in usage over the next few months. It's going to get really annoying, and it's going to get nerfed. What should they nerf about it? Wow, what's shocker? They should nerf the ammo, for f***'s sake, what are we doing here? I also wouldn't be mad about like a rate of fire nerf for PvP only. PvP only? Because the follow-up shot potential of Lord of Wolves is just so much stronger than other special weapons, it's kind of bananas. The Ascended Alpha route here, I think would actually be to add a metric assload of recoil to Lord of Wolves. Make you have to work to get accurate bursts. I think this might be a topic for a different video, but I think an underexplored aspect of Destiny's skill ceiling is recoil management. A lot of other FPS games lean on very heavy or scripted recoil patterns to affect mastery onto their weapons with how good players get at controlling those recoils. Obviously, Counter-Strike jumps to mind. And I think that Destiny has the right blend of movement and stationary gunplay that you could get away with more scripted or severe recoil and put more pressure on the player to recoil control with automatic or close to automatic weapons. Think about how much blind spam is in the game. I think that harsher recoil and forcing players to learn how to pull down will go a long way towards adding a lot of skill ceiling to the game, Lord of Wolves being no exception to that rule. Give it a lot of recoil, make it so that players who are trying to snipe at max range have to yank down to get accurate bursts. I think that would really help. Lastly, let's talk about how you can counter the Lord of Wolves in your weary travels through the Crucible. Obviously, the knee-jerk answer is you don't, but there are a few ways you can put yourself in better fights against the Lord of Wolves, mainly in baiting them to push around bad corners. Obviously, the strength of shotguns, fusion rifles, sniper rifles is the fact that they kill instantly, while Lord of Wolves does have a slight delay, so if you can bring someone within your range, around a corner, bait them correctly, then you can neutralize the benefits that Lord of Wolves has. Much like fusion rifles, Lord of Wolves gets stronger if you have to close the gap to them, as opposed to them having to close the gap to you. So if you can reverse that, suddenly you can put the fight more into your advantage. Obviously, the other big thing you can do is just stay outside of Lord of Wolves range, but that's not really practical advice. Players are going to find a way to get close enough to you to use their special weapons. That's just the nature of the game. And that's all we have for you guys today, talking about the Lord of Metas. Let us know what you think about the current state of the meta in the comments down below. It's something we've talked about extensively at this point, but right now things may be bleak, but by God do I believe we will pull through into a brighter Crucible tomorrow. Or at least I hope, or else I'm gonna be looking for a new job soon. Speaking of, thank you guys so much for the support recently on the channel. We are very nearly at 5,000 subscribers. So make sure you take a second, like the video, subscribe as well for more content coming your way, and hit the bell to get the notifications for whenever we upload. Me and Gumi are very optimistic about the future of this channel, as well as Destiny, and we're going to be sharing the journey with you guys along the way. And most of all, always remember that your views are all that matter to us, so if that's all you do, then we're more than happy with that. Anyways, guys, that's it for us today. You guys have a wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace!